How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. So, I have got our baler cleaned up a little bit, and I went through it and everything looks to be pretty good. I just did some basic maintenance on it as well. But yeah, it seems to be in pretty good condition, especially for its age. I mean, obviously the paint and so forth is not amazing, but that is to be expected. But yeah, I am very eager to get this out into our oat field there and bale up some straw. I don't think we're going to get many bales. I would say probably about 3 or 4. But we'll have to head to the shop to pick up a bale fork. So I did phone up and they do have in stock. So we'll head over there a little bit later on today to get one of those. Shouldn't be too expensive. But we have got a job to do first. So I took a contract job. And it is a harvesting job of another field bean field. And I took this job because it is very well paying. And I have maybe got my eye on another little piece of land that came up for sale close to our farm. So we'll maybe go take a look a little bit later on. But yeah, I don't know for sure yet. I don't know if I'm going to pull the trigger on it. But we need to make a little bit more money if I do want to do that. I don't have the money for it right now. But yeah, hopefully we can make a little bit of money out of those bales. I'm not expecting a huge amount, like I said. It's probably only going to be about 3 bales if we're lucky, to be honest. But maybe a little bit of extra money, that would be nice. And yeah, on this job as well, we should be making a decent amount. But yeah, I did check on the GPS and it's a relatively big field. And I just missed my turnoff. We need to go down there. But yeah, relatively big field. I'm not sure what we are working with in terms of equipment, but fingers crossed is something half decent. I nearly missed it again. There we go. Yeah, but the field is not too far from our place. Probably would have been better to just go out the back gate at our field bean field, but anyway, it's fine. But yeah, we'll head down there. We'll take a quick look. We'll see what we are working with in terms of the equipment, and we'll get that done, and then we'll head back to the farm and we'll get that baler going. I'm very excited to get that baler going and see how it does. Yeah, I'm gonna head down to this field. I'll see you guys there. Alright, so we are, well, basically at the field. I'm just trying to figure out how to actually get into the field. But yeah, even though it's a big field, I don't think this will take too long because it's a very elongated field. Ah, here we go. That seems to be it. And also because it's field bean, it's not a very bulky crop. We recently harvested field bean, which was a first for me, and to my surprise, it takes a long time to fill a combine. So it is a small bean, which is it's nice. It's nice when you harvest crop like that that doesn't fill the combine and the trailers that quickly. It makes it so much easier when you're one person. It's fine if you have another person to run a grain cart or something like that, and you can sort of empty the combine on the go and so forth. But yeah, for one-man operation, it's nice to harvest things like field bean, and canola comes to mind, which is quite a nice one to harvest because, yeah, things just don't fill up so quickly and you can stay out in the field longer. But yeah, that is a very big field. But like I say, nice and elongated, so there's not a lot of turning around, which also saves quite a bit of time when you're out in the field. But we are working with a nice Massey Ferguson 3670. That is actually a lovely tractor. I like that. Very, very old school. How cool is that? Okay. I can't remember being in one of these before, but I really do like it. That is a cool looking tractor. I mean, I've probably been in one, but yeah. Can't actually remember. That is a nice tractor. I really like the look of that. I don't know what it is about it. It's just cool. It looks very rugged. Okay, everything seems to be hooked up and ready to go. That is quite a big trailer. And we have a case 7150. A lot of red equipment today. Very nice. Let's make sure that is all hooked up correctly. It is not, so let's hook that up. Fantastic. And let's get it going. Ooh, that sounds beautiful. Alright. So yeah, this definitely shouldn't take too long, because that is a big combine. The big header. I'm looking forward to this, actually. Right, I'm going to let that run for a little bit. I'm going to go around the combine, make sure everything looks good and nothing that stands out that'll be of concern. And then we are going to get the drone out and we'll get this field knocked out. So for now, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, so that is job done, and that went very well. That was very enjoyable indeed. Very nice equipment, and yeah, just a nice field to harvest. It's nice and long, not a lot of turning around, and like I mentioned earlier, the field bean isn't a very bulky crop, so I didn't have to empty the combine too much. In fact, only twice. And we got the trailer a little bit more than half, which is not bad, and got that delivered as well, and we made quite a chunk of money out of that job. So we are currently sitting on £48,424, which is very nice indeed. But we are back at the farm, and we need to get the baler disconnected for a minute. We are going to be using it here very soon, but I want to head to the shop first and go get a bale spike, because we are going to need that. And I would rather just have the front loader with the bale spike ready to go, so that we can load that up as soon as we are done baling. I mean, it doesn't really matter what order we do this in. We could bale first and then go get the bale spike, but anyway, like I say, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, I'm going to head down to the shop, and I'm gonna take a look at what they have available. They did tell me that they have quite a few varieties in stock, which is good. Hopefully it's not too expensive. But yeah, I don't know how much the Ford will be able to lift. We'll obviously put the concrete block, the weight on the back of it, just to be sure that we're not going to be lifting the back wheels off the ground or anything like that. I don't think we'll have a problem with it. Definitely not with one bale, but I'm kind of thinking about maybe getting a bale spike where we can lift 2 or 3 bales at a time. Maybe 3. I think the Ford will cope with 3 if we do have the weight on the back. But yeah, I'll see what they have available, and also of course what the price is of the different spikes. And yeah, then we'll take it home and we'll get to baling. Alright, so I ended up going for a 3 bale spike. Now I don't know if it's too big for the Ford, but there was only a small price difference of about £200 between a 2 bale and a 3 bale. There was also a 4 bale, but I think that would be a bit extreme. I don't think we're going to have a tractor on the farm anytime soon that'll be able to lift 4 bales. So 3 bale I think is good. If the Ford struggles, well, then we can just lift 2 at a time, just because we can put 3 bales on the spike doesn't mean we have to. But yeah, it set us back £1,900. I did also ask about a bag lifter, and that will be £700. So when I'm in the area again, I'll just grab one of those, because we'll probably need that fairly soon here again. But yeah, I think I'm probably going to get this front loader with the spike off of the tractor. I don't think I want that on there while I'm baling. And yeah, I'll just get it reconnected when we want to load up. Now, obviously at the moment, we are probably only going to get about 2 or 3 bales off of this field, so we don't really need this big spike right now. But our operation will grow, and eventually it'll sort of make sense to have something that can lift about 3 bales at a time. But yeah, I know it sounds a little bit sort of sad that we are going to be baling and we're hoping for like 3 bales. And I wouldn't be surprised if we only got 2, but the operation will grow, and I'm just eager to see what the baler can do, and sort of also what sort of money we can make off of bales, so that we know whether it's worth it down the line. But yeah, at the moment it kind of seems a bit weird to bale for 2 or 3 bales, but yeah, eventually we'll hopefully bale bigger fields and get a lot more bales off. And to be honest, I'm not even sure I'll use the trailer. If we only have about 2 or 3 bales, I'll probably just stick them on the spike and just drive it straight to the shop without using the trailer at all. But yeah, I'm going to get this unhooked. I am going to get the baler hooked up, and we are going to get into that field, and I guess we'll find out how many bales we get. So, for now, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, so that is job done, and that went very well. That was extremely enjoyable. The baler was great, no issues with that at all, and the Ford coped with it just fine. And we ended up getting 5 bales off of that field, which I genuinely did not expect. I thought we would be lucky if we got 3, maybe 4. But I ended up taking that down to the local garden center. They had the highest prices, and we got £1,600 for our 5 bales. So that, along with the crop that we got off of that field, is not a bad chunk of money for a small field. So I am very happy with that. And also our bale spike worked really well. I ended up only 2 stacking the bales because there was no point in triple stacking, just because, well, we only had 5 bales. But I think the Ford with that concrete weight on the back there will cope with 3 bales just fine. I probably won't do that unless we absolutely have to. If we've got a lot of bales to load up, then, well, we'll do that. But there's no point in sort of overstressing any of our equipment if we don't absolutely have to. But yeah, I am very, happy with that. So I want to head up the road real quick and take a look at a property that came up for sale recently. And this property is a familiar one. We have done a bit of work here previously. And I am interested in this property for two reasons. One, it's got a nice big field. And two, it's got a shed. And we could do with a little bit of extra shed space. Now, it's not ideal in terms of shed space, and I'll sort of explain when we're here. But yeah, this is the property, and it is a grass field. And I think if we do end up buying this, I'm going to keep it as a grass field. I think this is a great opportunity for us to get into silage. Now, we obviously don't have all of the equipment that we need to get into silage. We'll have to get a rower and a mower and a wrapper as well. And the wrapper is particularly the one that I'm concerned about because they can be quite expensive. And the asking price on this property is £45,000. So we can make it work, but we'll effectively have no money left to buy the equipment that we'll need to work the actual field. And by the way, I do have permission to be here. I did ask. And this is the shed. Now, what I mean by it's not an ideal shed is it's effectively a bale shed. So it's got a very high roof. So putting equipment in here is not going to provide an enormous amount of cover, but it'll be better than nothing. But it would be kind of handy if we do get into silage over here to be able to store the bales over here and wait for better prices. And we can store our straw bales as well if we get more straw bales off of some of our other fields. So yeah, it would be nice. And like I say, in terms of equipment, it'll be better than having nothing at all. And I think I'll only put the equipment here that we don't really use that often, that's kind of sitting outside at the moment anyway. Like the plow and the cultivator, the roller, the weeder, things like that. So it won't be anything like the combine or tractors or anything like that. But yeah, the yard could do with a bit of a cleanup. There's some rubble over here, some old, looks like building rubble and things like that. Maybe could do with a bit of a roundup over here as well to get this cleaned up. But yeah, overall, I think this will be a very good purchase. And it's not too far from our farm. It's just up the road. A short little drive. But yeah, I am very interested in this indeed. I'll just have to figure out how we'll be affording the equipment to actually work the grass, because I don't want it sitting too long. But if we have to pick up a few extra contract jobs to get the money together, then that'll be absolutely fine. But I'll just have to figure out exactly how much we'll need, because like I say, some of that can be quite expensive. But we'll see. I think I'll do the math and get some prices and see what we can do and see whether it's actually going to be a good idea or not. And then we'll make a decision. Then we'll see if we're going to buy this or not. But yeah, we are going to leave it there for today though. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you all next time.